Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's edition of the Maconi Setup Shop A-Fix Tutorials. This week we are showcasing the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, so strap in and let's get to it. The biggest thing that we're going to discuss in this video is the difference between what you see and what to expect when you're actually racing. As you can see, I'm doing this running solo car. I have no draft and I have no dirty air, and that's really going to have an impact on what you feel in the race. When you add in other cars, the draft, dirty air, it's not really going to correlate to what you see in this video. So with that being said, this racetrack is all about momentum. Okay, as you can see, the way that my lap times progress, as you get heat in the tires, you're going to be in the throttle a lot. And when you're racing this way, when you're using a lot of throttle, it's very important that you find a line that the guy in front of you isn't running, so that you can avoid that dirty air, so that you can keep your momentum and have as much throttle input as possible. This car makes a lot of grip. It feels fantastic going over the bumps, especially in solo car. There's really no issue going over the bumps in 1 and 2. I still think the bottom is the fastest through 1 and 2, but as you wear your tires, I really think you're going to see more lanes in 1 and 2 be of use. 3 and 4, I don't think you're going to see more than maybe the middle. I feel like the middle in 3 and 4 is going to be used enough to pinch the guy on the bottom and make it hard for him to stay in the gas. But as your tires wear, depending on how you're driving, if you're building tight, loose, you may be able to use different lanes to keep your momentum going. The racetrack has a lot of grip from top to bottom. The problem is when you have a lot of grip from top to bottom, it makes lanes like the third lane here up by the wall almost useless, because you're going so far around the racetrack that you just don't make it up down the straightaways. Right. So you're going to see a lot of different lanes, kind of like Kansas, where we talked about in that video. You're going to want to run a lane that's going to give you the cleanest air possible. This lap, as you can see, the difference in times, like this is on the scene. This is the traditional line through 1 and 2 that we used to run a lot until we got the update. Now the bottom is really competitive. Again, the middle in 3 and 4, I think you're going to see people really use only when they need to, later in the runs when their tires wear, to make passing harder. But if you manage your tires, you should be able to make passes on the bottom pretty easily still. So just like everywhere else, that fine line between how aggressive do you want to be versus keeping your track position and saving your tires. Are you willing to lose a little track position and give up a few spots to make sure your tires are good? Or do you want to just go at the beginning and have that track position and hope that a caution comes out later so that you don't fall too far from the pack? Like looking at the throttle inputs, normally we talk about waiting until you're on the straightaway to get full throttle. Here you can't. There's a lot of on throttle time. And again, when you're in the race, dealing with the draft, dealing with dirty air, those are things that could easily change, right? You're not going to be getting on the gas this early in a race situation, but you're going to be getting into the gas 100% fairly early into the corner, or at least midway through the corner, whereas other tracks you're trying to be easy on the throttle and wait till you're on the straightaway to save your tires. But this racetrack is all about momentum, so you want to be in the gas as much as possible, and you're going to be running whatever lane you can run to be in the gas as much as possible. Okay, we'll switch to the in-car camera so you guys can have the in-car view for the last lap. Okay, guys, uh, that'll do it for this week's video. As always, if you find this video to be helpful for you, please consider leaving a like. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you can be one of the first ones to see these videos every Monday once they're posted. Okay? If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment down below and we will get back to them as soon as we can. Okay? Best of luck this week, and we'll see you out on the track.